I'm still actually thinking a little bit about the the funny story that you told me at lunch. So where when the reason why I thought that was so relevant is because we've got an advertiser who thinks that they're doing really, really well, and they're spending a lot of money to hopefully do really well. And then you talked about YouTube and how important putting the right content and not just putting TV content onto YouTube is. So share that story for what you can here on this interview.
Yeah. So this is a very large, one of the largest companies on the planet, and I don't use that as a metaphor. I mean, it really is very big. And one of the things I find endlessly fascinating. I mean, a lot of my love and focus is in the area of search, social, and mobile. And as a part of social, I spend some time on YouTube in my day-to-day job and otherwise. But not as much as I do, let's say, on Google Plus or Facebook or Twitter, which I'm more fascinated, endlessly fascinated by. And so in this case, one of the data sets I came across is how fascinating it is that if you cluster media consumption by heavy TV viewers and light TV viewers, heavy TV viewers are people who watch more than 90 half hours of TV every week. It seems
insane.
A lot.
45 hours.
Yes.
45 hours
every week.
Yeah.
That's heavy TV viewers.
Insane.
And there are a lot of them.
Yeah.
And the light TV viewers, people who watch less than 19 half hours of TV a week. That's about 8.5 hours. And
but clarify the percentages of U.S. population that were in those categories, because that was staggering.
Yeah, a vast majority of people fall in heavy, which is insane.
Yeah.
And the thing that I found is YouTube and digital video, YouTube specifically actually in this case, way over indexes for light TV viewers. It was 69 for heavy TV viewers and like 120 or so for light TV viewers. So I thought, oh, this is really cool. So if as a marketer I'm really interested in an audience then that of light TV viewers who I can't hit up on TV, I can find them on YouTube. But what's more fascinating, the thing that blew my mind, is that for the 18 to 24 age group, YouTube over indexes 187 compared to any other age. I was astonished. Basically, the audience in YouTube is 18 to 24, and YouTube has a 79% reach in that audience. TV can only reach 23% of that audience.
Staggering.
18 to 20, staggering, staggering. Basically, old people watch TV, a lot of it. Right? Young people don't watch a lot of TV. Now, TV consumption in America is still very important, and we should do a lot of advertising on TV. But what that shows is the audience on YouTube is very unique. And the opportunity on YouTube, in digital video, in Vimeo, and other places that are digital video destinations, is not to copy-paste your 30-second spot and shout at people repeatedly, just like you do on TV, but to do something more unique. And so I'll give you a great example of that. If you go to the Dove United States channel on YouTube, there is a video called Camera Shy. You should watch the video. I mean, I have 2 little children, right? So I particularly was like, oh, I'm crying, this is so good. But it's this sort of 90-second video of how a lot of women of all ages, young, old, they never want their picture taken, right? They're always very shy, and they're just covering their face. It's such a beautiful video, right? And it creates this deep human connection with the length of time and the ability to be creative and in a way that you can't do on TV because of many restrictions. There are lots of creative ads on TV, I'm not saying that. And yet, if you look at Dove's competitors, pick any competitor of Dove, and go to their YouTube channel, it is full of their TV commercials with Hollywood actresses. Here is the astonishing part. That video by Dove, without any advertising support, has 18 million views on YouTube.
Impressive.
Dove's competitors' videos average out at 600 views per video. Because there is nothing human about it. They are doing 1920s TV advertising on YouTube, on a medium where people are engaging in depth, with breadth. And the amount of social sharing on that video is astonishingly huge. And so what this company is doing is on a channel where you can build relationship and have amazing creativity, they just shout. And that doesn't work. And I think that it implies a lot of change to marketing today in most consumer product goods companies, Dove is one of them, a lot of people are employed and employed in their roles to shout at people, right? Because all the mediums that have worked for the last 80 years, all they could allow you to do is shout. Shout on radio, shout on magazines, shout on TV. And by the way, a lot of it still works. But we're living in a world where all this is flipping. And if you want to connect with the most favorable audience you have, the 18 to 24, they're not on TV. They're on YouTube. They're on the internet, right? And when you think of that shift, think about also leaving behind your hang-ups, leaving behind the things that might have made you successful for the last 80 years. But for the next 8 years, in less than 8 years, you're going to die if you don't give up on those hang-ups. It will mean that your company will lose the opportunity to tons of more agile and nimble competitors who don't have an 80-year-old hang-up.
Well, I mean, what I took out of that conversation at lunch too was, you know, if you're going to be on YouTube, produce content for YouTube, and I think that's what you're saying, because the impact could be so much more beneficial, is the Dove example, versus just putting broadcast TV onto that channel.
Or extend your discussions. Method makes soap. Hand washing, I don't know why all my examples are CPG today. We can find other ones too. But Method makes soap. I love the soap. It's very expensive soap for no reason. The bottle is just pretty. I pay more money. It seems idiotic, but I do, right? And some Method runs small TV commercials, right? Some, very small. It's a small company. But what they do is, even if they have a TV commercial, they will have a lot of webisodes that extend the discussion. So you make a connection on TV and you build a relationship in YouTube. It's a very big difference, these two words, connections to relationships. And again, it is, in our discussion today, we're using YouTube as a proxy for how the web requires a fundamental change. And so if you don't like YouTube, you could use Vimeo. Great website, right? Doesn't matter. But it's that this subtle but important difference between connections and relationships applies to the web. It applies to Facebook. It applies to Twitter. And you as a company have to think about what you can do to reimagine the implications between this shift. And if you do, you'll be fine. If not, no amount of data and predictiveness can save you.
Okay, so if you're a business owner and you're watching this and you're getting all this great stuff, you're thinking, I don't have time to do this. I should just give this to my marketing team, or I should give it to somebody in IT. Why should business owners, and maybe it seems like a really obvious answer to me and you, but I would really like to hear your take on this. Because I get the pushback, I'm sure that you do too, when meeting with executives and so forth. Why should I be plugged into this instead of just giving it to somebody on my team?
It's because if you care about it and you understand it, and perhaps by coming to Predictive ROI Live, then you will be rich. If you just dump it on somebody else's lap, you will be poor. And that should be incentive enough, right? And I say this for this reason. The biggest change in behavior, the other day I was at an event and I did a keynote, and this person came up and asked me a very hard question. It was this, oh, that's a fabulous keynote, I love you, la 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 la. But as the CEO of this multinational corporation, if there is just one thing I could do to drive all this change, what would it be?
It's like the one question that I asked you a few minutes ago.
I had just finished telling him 12 things he has to do. How do I pick one? Like, which one of my children I sacrifice? But thinking on my feet, trying to come up with something smart, because that the audience was really great. I actually said to him that if there is only one thing I would have him change, I would change the incentive structure inside the company. I would change the way people's bonuses are computed. Because in this company, the bonuses haven't been digitized. The bonuses are still running on newspaper, TV, magazine, mental models. And so what happens? Well, they do that. There is no incentive to actually try cool, radical things and behave better. Now, why is it that those incentives are not there? Those incentives are not there because the senior-most leadership in the company cannot imagine the possibilities that exist. And I did this keynote, and Mitchell, one of my really wonderful friends, and perhaps you know him too, is he put it in his book, and there's this whole, my speech about the web should be in your blood, right? And that's the reason that I think senior leaders in companies should understand this at a deep level, because if it's not like inside you, like at a DNA level, you don't understand the incredible number of amazing possibilities. If you can't even think about them, nobody else is going to do them. But if you have the capacity to imagine, then you can create the right incentives and then give it to your marketing team. You hire smart people. They can go do everything. But if you can't imagine the possibilities, you have no idea how to think about them. And you will never incentivize them to do those things. And then you will continue to be stupid and get stupider with every passing year. That's why a senior leader should care.
This is amazing. I mean, packed full of really great stuff. I mean, yeah, really, really good.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, fantastic. But this is why I'm so excited for you to be at Live, because of these great insights. Really, really good stuff.
No, I'm very excited and honored to be asked to be a part of the event. We have a great lineup. That is fabulous. And my good friend Gary will be there.
Mm-hmm.
He's always awesome and entertaining, and we've done so many conferences together. And yeah, people are going to be excited with the agenda we have. My goal very much is to bring a mix of sort of the things that we've heard in our discussion. Like, you know, I've written 2 best-selling books on analytics and data, and yet I hope people feel that I'm not obsessed about data. I'm obsessed about creating amazing, incredible consumer experiences and creating businesses that make a lot of money. Making money is good. Somebody said that, right? So it'll be a mix of this. The things that I hope the audience can look forward to is this mix of business strategy and marketing tactics underneath it with this foundation of data. One of the cool things about the web, one of my most favorite retweeted tweets of mine has been, you know, God created the internet so we could fail faster, right? And that's what we're going to do. Like, we're going to give out a whole bunch of ideas that you can fail quickly at, so you can learn what you're really good at. And it's very hard to do in other platforms, but that is what the internet is good at. And hopefully our audience will find that to be a lot of value.
Thanks for your time today. We're going to put some more free resources and tools at Predictive ROI Live/Avinash.
Oh, thank you.
I said that wrong. PredictiveROILive.com/Avinash.
Yes, of course.
So they can get more of this great interview. And thanks very much for your time and your hospitality today. It's
Absolutely.
great.
Thank you.